Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Laura K. If you are new here, welcome to this safe space. If you've been here with me, thank you guys so much for coming back. I really appreciate you guys. Today is the flower moon of May. I was about to go to bed and I wasn't gonna put a reading today, but it's calling loudly. I was outside a little while ago, and the owls right now are just talking to me. It was beautiful. And yeah, I felt like I needed to come do a reading. And there it is. That's our third card. So the first card I pulled was the Four of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. I was thinking a lot about betrayal today. Oh, my notes. I have my notes. I wrote about it because we talked in the last video. If you have been here with me, we talked about past betrayal, and you can't let the future dictate that, and how we tend to harden ourselves or hold pieces of ourselves back, and how that's not the best way to move forward, is to hide all of that when we have been betrayed. Something I wrote: let silence reveal what mind hides. Drop attachments, view with clarity, reset your inner compass. All of your problems could be easily fixed. You don't need religion, only sincerity. Birth, enlightenment, death. In between all is stillness. Let silence reveal that which mind hides. And then I wrote a bunch of numbers and stuff like that. Flower moon. I don't know, just some notes that I took earlier before this. But I'm definitely getting like an afraid, like betrayal, but then also like your like connection with your own self and spiritual connection to your connection to yourself and your spiritual depths, but also like embodying your authenticity is what brings in the totality of everything. That let me look at one of these cards real quick, but I think of like the Nine of Cups, like, you know, 10 of Cups is your ideal, like all the finish of that sequence. So when you have the Nine of Cups, it's like literally everything you need except for the one little thing, and you probably have it. So it's like happiness, satisfaction, harmony, accomplishment with this one, which is how it ended. I'm working backwards now. And then we have that Three of Swords, which is kind of what made me think of like heartbreak, like betrayal, having you know, all these swords put through the heart in this way. Yeah, like having been deceived, pain, rejection. This looks like a big like keyhole to me, like somebody's like peeking in, which can also make me think of like, and it's almost looking purpley now, like next to my sweatshirt and all that. It's almost making me think of like somebody sending like spiritual energy your way, or like a practitioner that wishes negativity. That could be, I think that resonates for some kinds of negative friendships with like gossipy energy. That is that evil eye, that is that casting spells upon each other, even if they're not somebody who's like super witchy, like but I'm getting some kind of energy of somebody's like judgment sending a lot of energy towards a person and having like kept them from themselves in a way. It's kind of but it can be many things. Like, let this resonate how it does for you in your own specific situation, because it's going to be a little bit different for everybody. But this card with the Four of Pentacles is making me think a lot of stability and influence and control and like healthiness. And maybe you're somebody that deep down within, like, you are a peaceful, joyful person, and some people really don't like that. And something that one of my yoga teachers said yesterday, my yoga teacher said that you can do no wrong with your consciousness. You can choose to be happy. You cannot allow other people to bring you down and things like that, and you get to choose that for yourself, right? There's no way that you can do wrong with your consciousness. And then later, I was in the sauna with somebody else who had been in my class, and I was doing some stretches and stuff, and this woman noticed my hypermobility, and she said, "I'm a physical therapist. I have some questions for you about what you do, and I noticed you're really extremely flexible in yoga class, but like, and we were just talking, and it was interesting because she does a lot of strength training, and she was looking at me like, you need to do more strength training." I said, I literally just started getting into that, like, because of my hypermobility, and as an adult getting injuries because of not enough strength training. And she's the opposite, is like, she's starting to get injuries from not enough flexibility, which this says something about a type of balance, because she's somebody on this, strength spectrum, and I'm on this flexibility, and both of us need to kind of find like a happier medium. And so we're connecting and collaborating and coming together, talking about how each of us can, in our own ways, get better at things. And I'm like, come to yoga. And she's like, okay, come to the weight room. And but she said something about our yoga teacher, and she said, sometimes I just can't stand this yoga class. It's hard for me to stick to it because this woman is so peaceful and so happy. And I just like am laughing because I'm like, I'm the person out of this entire class. It was a large class. I'm the one that you find yourself in the sauna with, when like, I'm the type of person that continues to be happy and joyful despite going through some shit. But like, I know that that is the type of person that I'm meant to be, and that I bring a lot of light to other people's lives, and I help them to like see that in ways. And throughout the conversation, she kind of realized like, oh, you're very mellow too, you're very peaceful and whatever. And I think there's some ways, so if her energy is something that I could exude more of, and we had a conversation about that. But I told her, oh, I like the peacefulness because it's the time of the week that I get to just drop in. And I was telling her how the breath is the way to the flexibility and opening things, and it's really beautiful how we can use our breath. The Waji, like the breath flows with the water, but how we can use our breath to literally release tension and release things that are no longer serving us. And so whenever this finds you, whether it is near the full moon or not, you're probably releasing a lot of things, or that's necessary for you. And just know that you can sit with yourself and with your breath, and even with your pen to paper, or your voice in front of a camera in some way. But using your breath and sitting with yourself and like really channeling that breath into different places and pulling what you don't need out, you can do that for yourself. So that's something that somebody needed to hear. But literally, this Nine of Cups is what's here for you. You just need to let go of this pain and know that you've like always had this control. Even when you didn't feel like you did, it was almost like a game within your consciousness of showing yourself that you really do. So I'm just gonna find a random So this is the Art of Worldly Wisdom book. I really like it. Somebody gave it to me. Let's just read a random one. It says, number 157, do not make mistakes about character. That is the worst and yet easiest error. Better be cheated in the price than in the quality of goods. In dealing with men more than with other things, it is necessary to look within. To know men is different from knowing things. It is profound philosophy to sound the depths of feeling and distinguish traits of character. Men must be studied deeply as books. Now I'm going to pull one card from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, and then we'll be done. If you found yourself here and you're still watching and you resonate with this, I would love for you to like this video, leave me a comment, and let me know how this is resonating for you. I was just having a conversation with my roommate about like embodying more assertiveness. Cougar energy. I don't think I've pulled this one, not in a video on my channel. Yay. You guys saw it first here. It says, in silence, you will find your power, bro. And that's what I said in the journal. I said, oh, come on. Oh, I said, let silence reveal that which the mind hides. These are my flower moon notes. Let silence reveal that which the mind hides. So this is in silence you find your power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and the confidence to succeed. Now we're going to read the Cougar card, and then we will get on with our day. Thank you so much for being here, for letting me read to you and be a part of your experience. We get to co-create this space together. It's about you watching just as much as it's me putting this out here. So I really appreciate you guys. Silence, self-assurance, confidence, camouflage, cunning, courage, agility, action, artistic observation, completion of goals. The noble cougar, also called the mountain lion or puma, is the totem of courage and confidence. Cougar is a formidable protector who will teach you to observe from the shadows and see the truth in silence. Your intuition, hunches, and knowing will be enhanced by your cougar totem. You will sense threats and avoid them. You are capable of seeing the security, sanctuary, and abundance. Cougar people are often leaders with keen and decisive minds. You know how to inspire others, complete tasks, and set new goals. You may not be close to a lot of people, but you are a great encourager and a loving friend to your inner circle. If Cougar is new to your life, it means that you're coming into your power, and it also means that it's time to take a leap of faith and to go for your desires. Opportunities are at hand. With Cougar by your side, you will know better how to set boundaries and protect your precious energy and time so that you can pay attention to what really matters. With powerful Puma, you will have grace, passion, and purpose. Have you been losing your... Okay, on the contrary, it says, have you been losing your temper or lashing out? You need some alone time. Are you leaving things unfinished? Are you spending enough nature time to regenerate your strengths? Refocus and try again. Wow. This is a beautiful, necessary card. I started smiling in the middle of it because I remembered when I was in kindergarten, my elementary school was the Keith Cougars, and we were the Cougars, and I was like the first graduating class to go from like kindergarten to, is it 5th grade? Yeah. And so I was just like, oh, I'm a Cougar. It's funny, I haven't thought about that in a while, but anyway, It was a beautiful reading, and it feels like a lot has been coming to the surface during this time with this moon. So much has been showing itself to you, and you're seeing what you need to drop and what you're ready to embrace and pick up and hold, that you deserve way more than what you've allowed yourself to have in the past, and more beauty is coming for you. I'm really excited for you, and I'm so grateful that I get to be a part of your journey in any kind of way that I can. If you did enjoy this video, please do like and leave a comment. I would be so happy to chat with you down there. With that being said, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, beautiful rest of your journey, life experience. I would love for you to come back, but if not, I will wish you adieu. Much love and many blessings. Bye for now.